Done what he's like really in these playoffs. Had things all his own way. That's not the case so far here.
They attempted the thin snick on the red for safety first of all. Then they tried to drop on one and left these on. Joe's certainly taken these well.
59.
It's a red.
65.
Not just the red actually. This is frame ball.
66.
Yes, the audience have calculated the scoreboard, the arena monitor. Packed house. Fantastic atmosphere. Oh, have Ronnie come to the table? Has he had enough?
I'm afraid.
Yes, he's not a great one for lost causes, O'Sullivan. He led 1-0 and 2-1, but he can't break free of Joe Perry, who's now back on level terms. No mid-session intervals here. To be honest, I think they're dinosaurs, Mike. I think those 15-minute breaks after 4 frames in best of 9s, I think we can do without them. Just get on with it.
Well, not if you're 4-0 behind. They can help and they can hinder. Well, attempted red from Joe. Let's give him an immediate chance here to split a few of the reds.
1.
Yeah, I suppose there's a case for that, Phil. The best of 9 straight through. I don't know. I have to put it to the players, I feel, won't they?
Well, I've spoken to many of them over the years about it, and I think the vast majority would prefer to just play on straight through.
8.
A 9-frame stint for them in practice is absolutely nothing, so it wouldn't be a marathon session by any means.
I think there's a case for the longer matches, i.e. in the UK Championship and the World Championship.
$16. 17.
I know it's early, Phil, but is he thinking
24.
maximum already? He must be. Not with that shot.
25.
Can't believe I've just said that.
I'll get the spade and dig your hand at the hole, Mike. 146s are rarer than 147s.
Great split. Is he on one?
$31.
Hasn't had the best of fortune when he's needed it going into the balls tonight, O'Sullivan. But at least he's got the good sense to realise that sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles.
He's had a good shot there, though. Cover the red down the table. Cover the one there's this left corner. But Joe can play off those. Has to hit it well, though. He's had to to run on a little more. Well, he's left Ronnie this red to the left corner.
I know he's not been very happy with his potting from distance, O'Sullivan, for quite some time now.
This might be a timeout. He's just checking the clock.
Timeout.
Well, 2 for each player then, so far. Well, that's the red that he's looking at, but the problem is he might be clattering into everything else if he takes it on. And we've seen him refuse 1 or 2 so far. Of course, with the timeout, he can take as much time as he wants to decide what he's going to do.
Yes, and the pool tournaments that Matchroom organise, they normally have a 40-second shot clock with a 40-second extension. But in this case, there's no extension. It's an unlimited amount of time before the shot is taken once you've elected to use the timeout.
I think he's trying to play a safety off this red. Too thick. Well, he took some time over it, and in the end, made a right hash of it. That is a poor shot.
And I think in many respects that shot was an indication of just how low his confidence is when he's potting from distance, as I mentioned before.
It's given Joe a chance to get himself back into this 5th frame, and not a difficult ball on the table here. 30 points behind, but you could say he's just gone favourite in this frame. Quite often we say first red goes in, the cave frame over, but these boys are that good, although they won't be happy with that shot.
5.
I'm not quite sure what Joe is intending there. Well, he's trying to avoid the blue and try and get straight on this red to the centre. He might have to still take it on. He has done, and he's missed it.
Joe Perry 5.
Well, it was the previous positional shot which was the poor one.
And the red to the left of the pink floats to the middle pocket.
Timeout. 1 left this frame, money.
O'Sullivan taking timeouts in consecutive visits to the table.
Referee Paul Colley just reminded Ronnie he's only got 1 more left in this frame. He's taken 2 already. And he wasn't able to take advantage. So a let off for Joe then. Oh, slow down, slow down. Well, that's a poor shot really to finish there. Needed a touch more check side on the cue ball, and he was really angry with himself to leave that white there. Now, this pot on the brown is not guaranteed. This is awkward, queuing over that middle pocket, and Ronnie knows it. Well played. Hang on. He's okay.
Well, for me, that shot was right up there with the brown that O'Sullivan potted in the first frame to eventually nick it on the pink. Lots of pressure on the pot, and Perry cued it sweetly.
Well, Joe was let off a couple of minutes ago, can he make the most of these?